Torah talks about the making of the first, what's called shiach, the first match in Jewish history, that Isaac sends his servant Eliezer to find a wife for his son Isaac. And the Torah tells a story that Eliezer meets Rebecca by the well, and through a various series of events and signs, he realizes that this is the one that's heaven sent for Isaac, his master's son. And there's many details in the story that lend itself to understanding of how dating should work, how marriage should work in Jewish thought and law. There's two words that are very, very instructive, and that they are the words vayaratz, which means and he ran, and vataratz, which means and she ran. These two words are said after the introduction is made, after Isaac and Rebecca meet. And the idea is that up until that point, there was many things that had to happen, some of them seemingly inconsequential. She fed the camels of Eliezer, she fed Eliezer, she answered a bunch of questions. He went to meet her family, he observed their family. There were a bunch of things that were seemingly innocuous, but all lent itself to this climactic moment where they both ran to each other. And the idea is that salvation or clarity will come in a heartbeat. She ran and he ran. Once the match was made and understood and they saw each other, there was instant clarity and they ran to each other. And I think that's really the attitude that we have to have today, as we're already a month away from this horrific event. And maybe it's a bit of a slog by now, and you're like, in the back of your mind, perhaps some of us are thinking, and I know I am at times, unfortunately, like, okay, this has to stop already. Like, how long can this go on for? Is there any other time in the modern world where so many people were taken hostage and it's deemed okay, and no one goes to check on them, and the Red Cross doesn't have to go check on them, but everyone else gets first attention? But just remember, Isaac and Rebecca, the minute they saw each other, they ran. There was instant clarity. The Almighty can make a salvation happen instantaneously. One of my favorite lines in the Talmud, Yeshuat Hashem keharef ayin. The salvation of God will come in the blink of an eye. The blink of an eye. Instantaneously. And only retroactively will we realize how every step of the way was leading to this inexorable, inevitable, perfect storm of a moment where clarity was fully achieved. We pray that just like in this week's Parsha of many years ago, Isaac and Rebecca realized that instantaneously that this is the match that will not only create my family, but the destiny of the Jewish people. We pray for that moment to come very soon, where that moment of clarity, that moment of freedom will come, and we'll see God's hand even clearer than we already do, leading up to that beautiful moment when they return home and are embraced with their families. May it happen soon. Shabbat Shalom.